Who y'all trying to impress with that fake ass shit? Acting like you hard, but you scared as a bitch. Acting like Will, what you looking at? Trying to act crazy like, why you acting bad? I'm talking Will Smith when he told his little cousin, act mad stupid and these bullies don't want nothing. See, I'm just me, nothing more, nothing lesser. Catch you falling like the clothes slipping off your dresser. I made a spiritual trip, I'm feeling God-like. I made a few mistakes, I'm feeling parasite. And fuck a baby mama trip, she always slipping right.
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. So you probably caught my previous video, you know what I'm saying, while I wasn't in the studio. Let's talk about this a little more in depth for the grand scheme of things for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, in case you've been hiding under a rock, the Philadelphia Eagles just acquired Steven Nelson. We gave him what he was asking for, $4 million. Initial reports were saying that we thought it was too expensive, but we found a way to get it done. We thought it was worth the price tag because competing now is what matters. So the Philadelphia Eagles go ahead and they grab that second cornerback, and this lessens the time that we might be trying to figure out who we are, because the defensive side of the ball looks to be looking like something already now. You still got your defensive line, you know what I'm saying? You bring over Eric Wilson. You know what I mean? You shore up a little bit of that linebacking core. You don't get a big name guy, but you make changes, much needed changes. You still got linebackers who are waiting in the background for their opportunity. You acquired Big Play Slay a year ago, and now you get Steven Nelson, a promising CB2 around the league, and everybody had eyes on him. Darius Slay, shout out to you for doing a good job of recruiting, and every other Philadelphia Eagle that been recruiting this guy for months. Then you bring back McLeod coming off an injury, but you still have Anthony Harris, Kayvon Wallace. This defense is looking like something if we can get the right personnel on the field after this training camp and all of that type of stuff. The Philadelphia Eagles offseason has been an A+. Steven Nelson gives it an A+. Now, I'm not going to say we got the best secondary, but we got the best cornerback duo in the division. We got to look to see what Anthony Harris and Rodney McLeod are going to give us, but I am really, really excited right now. Now, to be fair, I wasn't completely high on Steven Nelson, but let's call a spade a spade. Steven Nelson is better than what we had, more proven than what we had. Steven Nelson is a guy that picked off Carson Wentz a couple times. It's just all making sense now. And the Philadelphia Eagles still, at the end of the day, in that back pocket, have multiple picks for next year's draft and for any other free agent, big name free agents that they might want to acquire. This is a massive move, and this move tells me that we are not going to wait. We're not going to Cleveland Brown the Philadelphia Eagles fans. We're not going to do that. We're not going to Houston Texan the Philadelphia Eagles fans. We're not going to do that. We're not going to Washington Redskin the Philadelphia Eagles fans. We're not going to be trashed repeatedly for years. Them not the type of games we play in Philadelphia, whether you want to like it or not. And for everybody that has so many bad things to say about Howie Roseman's done this before. 2017, not to live in the past, he knows how to put together a winning roster. And he knows how to put together a bad one and mess it up. But he looks like he's on to something right now. When was the last time Howie Roseman actually listened to what we wanted? When was the last time he listened to what we wanted? Because he got his listening ears open this offseason. Devontae Smith, Landon Dickerson. My God, look at the draft. Look at the draft alone. Now you got Zach McPherson sitting behind in the wings, ready to learn from these two guys who are proven in the National Football League. I speak about steel sharpening and steel all the time. I don't think a lot of people looking at it from that aspect. If you hear another content creator talking about it from that aspect, they must have been listening to your boy. Listen, two good cornerbacks in practice going against a Devontae Smith and Jalen Reagor only going to make them better. Two good wide receivers going against cornerbacks in practice only going to make them better. This situation don't hurt nobody. We should be absolutely ecstatic about the position that we in, because like I said, USA Today, everybody else is crap. USA Today is a national publication. They're taking their turns and crapping on us. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. A lot of people going to have to eat their words. I really felt strong about the defense going into this season. I felt like if we were to get a secondary, then we would be in great shape due to the scheme that Jonathan Gannon, most likely is going to play, which is a lot of cover three. More blitz packages, more turnovers. We are prime to have 8 to 12 interceptions this season. We're primed for it this season, and we're ready for it, and we deserve it, and we need it. The only thing that I'm wishing for this roster right now is health. Training camp is around the corner. We get this dude in before training camp. Now let's talk about who he might put on the bubble with his presence. A lot of dudes probably don't make the roster now just with the addition of Steven Nelson. The Philadelphia Eagles did a great job. This has been an A-plus offseason. When you combine the draft and the free agents that we got, Howie Roseman been on his game. He been on his game. Now, this don't exclude some of the crazy stuff Howie Roseman's done in the past, but he been on his game. So let's really talk about this in the grand scheme of things. Has Howie Roseman, in fact, has Howie Roseman bounced back? Listen, we the only team in the division with a GM who could put together a Super Bowl championship roster. Now, we know Jerry Jones is active GM for the Dallas Cowboys. He's done it 55 million years ago when dinosaurs still roamed the earth. But we talking about today. We're talking about today's NFL when Super Bowl rings get made with VVS diamonds, not them tinfoil rings that they was getting in the 90s. You see the Bucks ring. You see the Eagles ring. We're talking about them kind of rings. We know Jerry Jones throw money around. We know that Washington, they just floating around. We know the Giants had a lot of money to spend in the offseason. Can any one of those teams be put in the situation that the Eagles was put in last season with the lack of funds, just the lack of a lot of stuff, and still come out on top? No, I don't think so. I think it takes a different kind of GM. So I'm going to give Howie Roseman, a little bit of respect. I'm going to put some respect on his name because Howie Roseman, in fact, went out there and did his damn thing this offseason. Was on thin ice, job was on the line, and I'm not mad at the way Howie Roseman, responded to criticism. He put his head down and he went out there and got the job done. The Philadelphia Eagles are looking to turn this thing around sooner than later. It's hurt season. You know the vibes. Devontae Smith, Steven Nelson. Let's go. Fly, Eagles, fly.